game last night, and you know, I heard some bad things about the game. I remember purchasing this for my brother years ago, and I remember just overall the reviews for this game weren't fantastic. The cat has decided to break something. Let's close the door so he doesn't interrupt me again. Silence, cat. But, you know, I gave it an honest take last night. And if I'm gonna be completely transparent with how I feel, I think this game has a lot of potential. I think the game has a lot of, it had a lot of potential anyway. This is, so, you know, obviously we're on PlayStation. I don't know why there's a cursor system here. I don't think it's the first time I've seen this. But the same people made shit like fucking... Life is Strange, Captain Spirit, stuff like that. So the reason why they, I don't know. This game just, it had so much going for it. And the opening sequence, which is in my opinion one of the most important sequences of video games. Introducing the player, you know. The opening sequence wasn't great, but the longer I've been getting into it, the more I'm like, you know, this game isn't as bad as I thought it would have been. Watch me say that, and it crashed. The music seems to have... Okay. I'm a very impatient person, so if we could speed this up, please. So as you can see, I have already played the game. I was not here last time. So what's that? Wait, what's this? There's... Oh, I'm assuming that's the main objective, and this is a side objective on the compass there. Someone I've yet to speak to or interact with. Oh, I get it. This is where... I must go to the garden and discover this patient who was... Yeah, enter the backyard garden. Is this the garden? Or... is this the garden? No, it has... Oh, it's in... Hold on. There's a map. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Okay, what's this? Details. Enter the backyard garden. Milton left a dude here. What's this? This is new. Find out who is spying on Thelma. Oh, so these are quests obtained through speaking to people. So this is pretty much anyone I talk to could be a quest giver, I understand. He said he left somebody back here. Somebody attacked him. He dropped his wallet as well. So it would be in this general vicinity. Just look.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Oh! So my goal is to find the lost wallet. When he said someone attacked him, these guys are skulls. You know? Oh, I thought I could sneak up on him. That is my bad. I think the combat, you know, it could have been more refined, yes. But I do appreciate the combat in this game quite a bit. It took some getting used to. Given that I've been recently trying to pick up Bloodborne, a Souls series style game. Can I, like, here's a question, like, is there sneaking? No. Okay, well, before I interrupt, hold on. We're gonna wait until this guy gets closer. I don't want to involve the two skulls in the background. Oops. But I figured maybe this is better than starting out from the beginning, you know, for a first impression video. Because the start of the game was so slow and kind of, like, not super cool. I'm just gonna... Ah, damn. I thought I could get my cast off. So, L1 is like your healing ability. That would be the equivalent of like your Estus flasks, if you're familiar with any of the Souls games. The green bar would be your health, obviously. Yellow, stamina. Red is blood, and the only thing I can compare blood to would be a mana gauge. Hold on. I don't want to fight two at once. I feel... Ooh. He's extremely resistant to shadow attacks. He's extremely resistant to most things. It looks like he might be my objective keeper, though. So, let's take this... Oh, shit. Can I just take some of my own health for blood? Oh, shit. Alright. I need blood. My attack is probably gonna be my safest bet. I don't want to be attacking... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It has a piercing ability. That's awesome. You know what this kind of reminds me of is the Vampire Masquerade. Where there was just like this whole... What were they eating on? Milton and Pippa forever. So would that be another hint for Milton? How do you unlock mesmerize levels? I was on a thought, but I lost it. Oh, Vampire the Masquerade. Vampire the Masquerade was a lovely game in my opinion. Ooh. You know, there's all these quarantine signs for the influenza. I suppose it's only appropriate to play a game about a plague. I was unaware that in 1918 that was when the influenza was a big deal. I need to re-up on my history on that. I love history. Did I find my way back? I assume that other objective icon is who's been tracking and spying on Thelma. So now I need to go find Milton.
I cannot enter.
Isn't that where I came from? No, it is not. I got turned around, I suppose. Hold circle to run. Let's go find Mr. Milton and give him his wallets. Hello.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Yes, I found your wallet.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet. With all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Man, racism bothers me,
What's
dude.
going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
Bound by despair.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
I see Reed has a point there. So then the more hints I get, the more blood quality I have. So the higher your blood quality, the more XP. That's nice. Then that would be at the mesmerize level. I've yet to understand how mesmerizing works.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running?
Oh, come on. We have rules for a reason, dude. Like, I understand his point, but at the same time, I have a point as well. Oof. This man has a lot of hints, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. When it says there's only 3 of them, I guess 3 and it's
Goodbye,
full.
Milton.
I need to learn how to do the mesmerize. Investigation succeeded.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that captain.
What's that? Was this blinking? It was. So then now, what is this? Merchant. Okay. Is there a way to zoom out? Oh, it's L1, R1. Oh, that is zoomed out. Jesus. Local investigation, endangered citizen, event. Okay, so that's what that was. So what are these? Oh, these are hideouts that I have discovered. Ooh. Is there no fast travel? Oh my god, I can just... I'm just mashing X? Okay. You can only have 2 markers at once. I understand. I thought I was just stacking them in the one little spot. I like how they've plainly put it out there for everyone to see. This is the main objective. This is not. Here's something I prefer. I prefer having numbers, not bars. I like to know that I have 530 life. I like to know I have 105 blood. Whatever. It's all preference. What is this? Why does it say play? Details. Is that what's currently in play? Is that what that means? Because I've seen the pause button and I couldn't do anything, so I imagine that play and pause. What? Prevent diseases. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing, spread influenza. Spread by droplets sprayed from nose and throat. Do not cough in public. I feel like they could have worded that better. Is this the lady that I spoke to earlier? Is this Nurse Crane?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Oh, it's Pippa.
I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this
The
hospital.
patient is wearing a mask lying
it's a
down in
euphemism
bed.
that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
She's a level 3. Damn, she has hella blood quality.
Do you need medical help yourself, nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
One thing that I noticed is some doctors will hurt themselves
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
because
It's
they're just so
serious.
focused on treating
The
other
flu is wreaking
patients.
havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Especially with, You get a grip,
You
come on.
must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry.
Yeah, nurses
I'm
are like the
exhausted.
last line of defense when
No
it
one
comes
has
to
any panic
vitals.
will be over.
So, like, they have to be the hope that everyone goes and sees.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You know, this does make a lot of sense. You know, there was the Black Plague, then the Spanish influenza, bird flu, all of these epidemics happen, you know. I find it only necessary that in the year 2020, we are also suffering another pandemic. This is something that was predicted as well.
How long have you been a nurse?
Or long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Who the hell is Nurse Brown?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Yeah, why especially the practitioners?
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Is that another hint for Milton?
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
I like how she's defending him. That's kind of funny, given the information we already had.
I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Why
Yes.
does it do that?
Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore.
This is
But
correct.
here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is
That's
he
bad.
worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Ooh, I don't know anything about her
Goodbye,
personal
Nurse
life.
Hawkins.
So now I have more information about Milton. Oh, those give me XP. That's nice. Can no one comment on how Dr. Reed's face is just not right? I get the eyes and stuff, but I'm assuming those are scars. But like the veins in his face are just
So little result.
kind of scary looking. Is that Thelma? I can just do this. Yeah. I like this vision. It lets me kind of look around. Who's that? Ah, somebody I don't know. Oh my god, there's so many to speak to. Who's that? Why are there glowies? Okay, now. Investigate citizens' actions. What? What? What's going on? Where? Ah, zoom in. Where? What's going on? I don't understand. Now I'm freaking out.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you.
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
I'm all right.
Good evening, madam.
Waste of time.
Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
So
What can you
much.
tell
There's
me
so much
about
content
yourself,
in this
Mrs.
just beginning area.
Not much to
I'm no more than an hour or
Just
two
take
into the
care of
game,
my
and
Mortimer,
this is
and I'll
just.
cover all the
I'm being
expenses.
overwhelmed with
That's
the amount
all
of
that matters.
content that I've been given.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Well, that's fantastic for you, I guess. Sorry, I don't mean to appear
May
bitter
I
about
ask
that.
if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a
No.
teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Okay, I can respect that.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Just
Is
looking
there
at her
something
son.
in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Oh.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question,
Subtitles were
considering
off on
the
that.
urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Well, I just told you I'd handle it, you damn female.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I have zero politics. I have zero political skill. It's bad. So let's
Good
speak to
evening.
the kid
I'm
here.
Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer.
Mortimer Goswick.
Ah, he's suffering from fatigue. I can cure him. And if I cure him, I get more blood quality. I understand.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Okay, so he was violated.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
I understand.
How painful.
So painful.
I don't know why. Okay.
I'll let you get...
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
There's so... Why are these... Is that thing still on the map? No, that was weird. It said investigate a patient's actions. He has no blood quality.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I
What
don't
I
know
noticed-
if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Now he has blood quality. I can mesmerize him if I felt like it. What I noticed is that all of the sitting NPCs have the same animations. Like he's gonna twiddle his fingers down there at the bottom. There we go. You're moving your arm quite a bit when it's broken.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
It's strange.
Tell me about
Why are
yourself,
people
Mr.
arguing
Fiddick.
about
I'm
this?
just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
I understand
Are you
that.
satisfied with your treatment here?
Well,
No.
it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
I
Are
like
you sure
that.
you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
I like that. He was honest. A doctor who's honest is more likely to have a cooperative patient.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Oh, is this information? An unfinished letter. Aha! It's about his arm. It's him. That's the guy right behind me. I just got a hint from him. That's lovely. I'm gonna try to just kind of take a second from all of this dialogue. It's kind of fucking boring, if you ask me. I like understanding lore and stuff like that. I have a genuine question. So there's this guy named Clay, and he's a part of like the gangs, and you meet him back here. He was like the first real decision that you had to make in the game. Is he still lying here? Yeah, he's still just chilling.
What happened?
So what happens is that you meet this guy, he's like stabbed and bleeding to death, as you can tell from the blood here. And, you're given an option to, like, embrace, and I don't know what that means. I'm pretty sure there's just, like, drink his blood and kill him or something like that. But from what I understand lore-wise is he's an important character. He was the head of one of the street gangs. There is all kinds of shit just everywhere. I find myself wandering around more than I do, like, following the story, because I like to explore, like, quite a bit, especially when a game gives me the option to explore. I'm really hoping that there'll be new clothing items. He had a really badass looking jacket in the cutscenes. This is strange. I'm just doing this in case something... Okay, then. He's level 10. That man is above my pay grade. I am gonna be drinking the rat blood. I'm, like, very close to the trophy. It looks like this level, it looks like this area might be out of my level. Ooh, a box. Codeine? Hell yeah! I found everything else. Oh, and opium! This is a fantastic fucking turn of events now, isn't it? Alright. Here we go. Let's make an attempt on an enemy way higher of a level than I am. Oh, damn. I'm gonna die. Okay. My blood attack might be the only thing that can save me. 2, 1. Okay, so I can pretty much fend for myself against 2 level 10 enemies. That's pretty sweet. I get no XP for killing people, which is odd. It's all about blood. I'm really glad I picked up the spear instead of claws. So there's so many vampire hunters. My question is that why do they attack on sight? They call you a leech. More. Ooh, some materials. Those are recyclables, I would assume. Okay. The combat became fairly easy right after I understood it more. Let's see. Okay, this is where we're starting to reach. We're starting to reach a level beyond Metal Gear here. Clove essence and quinine. Hypochlorite solution. Jesus, I had a hard time pronouncing that. As from the beginning of this this little video here, they are using real medical knowledge, but they're like, hey, don't use the recipes you find in this game. Very similar situation happened to a game called The Long Dark, where they're like, yes, this game is based off of real survival skills and real survival knowledge, but don't these guys are such a high level. Like, I was fighting level 6s as a level 2. Now I'm fighting level 10s as a level 4. That doesn't seem balanced. I suppose your level goes up. Well, I guess I never look up. Like, the more you evolve. And enemies are supposed to become far more difficult, the more, like, humans you kill. And it's nice that difficulty scaling. Ah, here's one of the guys I wanted to speak to. He looks like a doctor at first glance.
The Pembroke is so lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know. I met him in New York once.
If only there were more of them. Less resignation and more determination.
I know I can count. I wish I could say the same for the others.
You look exhausted.
Yeah, you see he's pushing himself too hard. I turned the music down, by the way. Like, let's do this. Yeah, see, the music's at 7. It's so loud.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
But I think that's just an honest impressions, you know? I think if I wanted a more detailed description of the game, I could, ooh, I can eavesdrop on him from here. That's cool. But, I think that's where I'll end it here. It's just, there's so much to learn, so much to do. I'll write a script out next time I want to talk about a game. But it's just, what a lovely, the game is much better. I think that it got a really bad rap, and I feel for the game a little bit. I think I see myself playing this quite a bit. I don't see myself playing it over and over, but definitely taking my time, going through it, doing what I feel like. Sounds nice. But I'm going to speak to all these people here, and that's just going to be boring as hell. So, that's where I'll end it off. Latest.